Coach Allen, Saturday on the road against Rutgers, a chance for your team to bounce back as you battled some adversity last week against Michigan State. What's their mentality been this week for that spot to bounce back on Saturday?
Back to work, and I think that's been the guys' consensus. There's no question there was disappointment after that game and a lot of hurt in that locker room. But at the same time, we got back to work on Monday, and the guys have had to learn from those mistakes that we made and build on the positives that occurred as well and move forward. So I think our guys have brought tremendous focus this week. I've had a great week of preparation. I loved how we practiced on Tuesday and Wednesday. Great day-to-day doing our walkthroughs and a lot of review and great energy from our guys, and that comes from leadership. We have a young team, yes, but we have also a core of leaders that have been here and understand how playing in a Big Ten season looks, and we're going on the road, so it's our biggest game of the season because it's the next one, and that's how we approach it.
Coach, defensively, the team had some positives, certainly for Michigan State, hitting some marks as far as takeaways, some sacks, tackles for losses. How do they use just the momentum they've gotten here in these first 4 weeks and continue to improve headed to Week 5?
Well, I think that, kind of ironically, in that kind of a game, I think those guys gain confidence. Just talking to them, they're like, man, they realize how well they played the majority of the time. Now it's, when you're this young, that the finishing part, the being able to do it consistently is always the challenge, and so that's where we have to address and have to work through and also continue to create depth at all positions. And so I just think that they gained confidence from the way they played on Saturday night against a tough Michigan State team, and have to keep that confidence with us and build off of that and go and play even better, on the road at Rutgers.
Coach, quarterback-wise for the Scarlet Knights, it's a little bit up in the air right now. How do you go about preparing for that, and what challenges does Rutgers have offensively that they'll give you on Saturday afternoon?
Well, the bottom line is we don't know who the quarterback's going to be, and won't know till kickoff, I'm sure. And so you have to approach it as you have two thoughts of how you're going to call it based on each quarterback that's in the game, and what that may make them a little bit look different, in those situations. So I just feel like that we have to play to our standard, and they've got very explosive running backs. I think they've got a lot of talent. They've got some receivers that can take the ball down the field, and big, strong offensive line. We played against several of these guys for 2 straight years now, and they're experienced up front, and some of those guys. And the bottom line is we have to play our best football on defense, and we expect to.
Final question for you, Coach. Some guys that maybe we haven't talked about as much through 4 weeks as on special teams with Logan Justice and Hayden Whitehead. Just speak to what they've been able to do through 4 weeks.
Well, they perform very consistently, and that's what we expect from them. And we challenge those guys to be at their best when it counts the most. That's a big phrase for us with them because they get so few opportunities during the game and to create those game-changing plays. And oftentimes things that their role sometimes gets lost in the flow of it until they make a mistake sometimes, and those specialty guys. But those two, Hayden and Logan, have been very consistent. They need to be. We need those points in the field goal game and extra points, and then also the field position with our punting. And pinning guys down, flipping the field, those are the things that the punters do, and our long snapper's been amazing as well, and that just those things have to continue. It's just kind of part of a team effort where you have to be locked in and focused and be able to play at your best, on game days, and that's what we have next, and I think those guys will do what they continue to do.